Imagine losing your freedom, locked up behind bars while your pleas of innocence fall of deaf ears. For 3 Baltimore men and many others, this was a reality. Our WJZ exclusive continues. Vic Carter looks into the lives of the Harlem Park Three, grown men who as teenagers were wrongfully convicted of a murder they did not commit.
With your families and in life, what did you miss?
I miss the fact to see my family grow, like, you know what I mean? Because they haven't seen me grow. I grew up in prison.
Alfred Chestnut, Andrew Stewart, and Ransom Watkins were wrongfully convicted in 1983 of murdering their childhood friend, DeWitt Duckett, in the hallway of Harlem Park Middle School. It was a case that garnered national attention, in which they were portrayed as calculating, savage killers. It's a story that attorneys say was created by detectives who they claim knowingly arrested the wrong suspects, and according to a lawsuit, hid evidence and testimony that would have exonerated all 3.
To me, it was a situation where he was trying to change us, who we was as kids, make us something that we wasn't. You animals, you killers, you murderers, you know, and I'm going to prove that. You did your jewelry, but you didn't to us, because we are still them same kids. We all come from a well-knit family, you know, we just didn't have much.
What they did have was each other.
And that fact we made when we got locked up was, man, listen, one day the truth will be revealed. Y'all just got to hold on. You got to have your faith. You got to have your faith, and you can never let that go. So if they ever separate us and you ever get weak, just remember, we love each other, and nobody can never change that.
That unbroken pact remains intact today, nearly a year after they are freed, but life on the outside has been challenging. The lives they once knew as happy-go-lucky teens in Baltimore is no more. They are living the trauma of wrongful conviction and trying to re-enter a world that doesn't understand what they endured for 36 years.
I'm 52 years old. I'm still struggling, learning how to be a man. I still feel like that 16-year-old boy. The experience everybody had out in society of growing up, experiencing life and whatnot, we ain't had that opportunity.
Returning home also presents problems with the people they love the most. Adjusting to family can be difficult at best.
So now that I come home, we can't connect. So they are really not there. So it's just me. You know, even if I go around them, I don't feel nothing. I've been gone 37 years. I don't feel nothing. It's sad because that's my bloodline. I don't feel nothing for them. I try.
They are not alone. Others who have been wrongfully convicted tell horror stories of struggling to get their lives back.
The transition from prison is difficult for anyone, innocent or not, and it's even more complicated when you've been locked up for something you just didn't do.
Mr. Stewart, what was the worst part for you of being locked up and knowing that you had not done anything wrong?
But I think the worst part for me was trying to convince my family, watching my mother try to put on this facade that she was strong and everything was all right, but she was going through hell because of what they said that I done.
When you're alone at night, what goes through your mind?
Man, I'm tortured. I'm thinking about all the things I lost. They're not here no more. You think the state care? They don't care. It's them who I had.
WJZ reached out to Baltimore police, who say they don't comment on pending litigation, and we have no response from the attorneys representing the officers named in the suit. All 3 of the exonerated men confess they need help, and they're getting it. But even professionals admit they may never have a full sense of normalcy. What they do know is that they want to help others while they help themselves. We continue the conversation and look at what the Harlem Park Three have in common with the millions of people who are taking to the streets in the Black Lives Matter movement and the call for police reform.